comment by Township Committee on Township matters. Mr. Arvanites.
Just like to mention a couple of things. I have before me the multi-year capital equipment and project plan summary for our Parks and Recreation Department. To highlight just a couple of things we brought up for Collinsville basketball and sports court overlay and goal replacement. The goal is to get that done in 2019, hopefully get that budgeted in our next year's budget. Another item that I see on here as well in Collinsville is that in the 2020 projecting out to resurface the tennis courts and set that up to be a pickleball court. And Committeewoman Wilson will discuss a little bit more about some pickleball, which is a new sport that I learned about in the last year. I haven't played it because of my knees, but it sounds like it's fun. It looks like it's fun.
It's fun.
But I have nothing else to report there.
Ms. Fulton.
Okay, one quick follow-up to the question about the Collinsville playground. I did go to that meeting, and it was stated, as I recall at that meeting, that we were anticipating having the bid installation ready to be voted on in October. Am I correct on that?
You are correct.
And are we on target for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Great, thank you. Okay, I have a couple of topics I wanted to mention. One is I wanted to congratulate the police officers who were sworn in tonight and thank them in advance for their service to our community and to our schools. And I also wanted to let everyone know that this will be the first time that we will be posting video of these swearing-in ceremonies on the website and on the Township's Facebook page. And I'm very glad that we're doing that. As far as pickleball, I wanted to thank Bill Falsh and his staff for they took time during an exceptionally busy time of year to work with one of our residents, Richard Maurer, and they offered 2 free pickleball clinics on the morning of September 5th at the tennis court by Ginty Pool. There were about 40 people there altogether. It was super hot, but it was really fun and rave reviews from everyone who was there. And in case you're not familiar with pickleball, it's a new and kind of upcoming sport. It's sort of a cross between table tennis and regular tennis. And it's very popular with all ages, especially seniors. And I thought that Bill and Richard did a really great job on September 5th. And I thank them for their continuing apparently to look at ways to make more opportunities like this available in the future. So I'm glad to see that. But one other thing, I wanted to comment in a little more detail about something you've heard me mention at several meetings, and that is my view of the importance of sharing information with residents about affordable housing issues. I have been advocating for this since January, how important it is to provide our residents with information about affordable housing. I have had several conversations with Mr. Quinn and a few with Mr. Mancuso, but I have not spoken with the other members of this committee until tonight. I did have the opportunity to speak with Committeeman Nunn. I've also had the opportunity over the past few years to speak with our planning officials, and I've had various suggestions that I've talked with them over the years about, and they've always said, we'll do whatever the governing body asks us to do. So I have something that I would like our governing body to ask them to do. And I'd like to take a few minutes tonight to fill in the gaps on what I'm advocating and why. So the proposal that I'm making is that we work with our professionals to produce 4, I would call them deliverables. One is a Q&A document on frequently asked questions about affordable housing. Second would be a summary of key information about affordable housing, and there, which I call Cliff Notes. And there I could see some of the comments Mr. Nunn shared this evening would fit perfectly with the kind of document I'm thinking of. I'd also like to see our professionals, our planning professionals, do a presentation on affordable housing with an opportunity for Q&A afterwards from our residents, and a video of this presentation. I'd like to see it posted on our website for future reference. In the months ahead, proposals will be coming before our planning board that are a direct outgrowth of the court settlement that we've agreed to and the zoning ordinances that we've passed to implement that settlement. These proposals will raise a lot of questions, they'll raise a lot of quality of life concerns, and they'll raise a lot of issues that connect directly with our affordable housing obligations and the decisions that we've made to meet them. I think it's in everyone's best interest for us to be proactive in sharing background information about affordable housing with the public before these proposals start coming before the planning board. Examples of the types of information I'm talking about, the sort of historical background that Mr. Donovan is alluding to, some other more basic things. What is affordable housing? How is it defined? Why are we required to provide it? What happens if we don't? I think it's particularly important for residents to understand what the builder's remedy is. Many people don't know anything about that. Information like this provides context. It helps residents understand what's going on and why. And given that affordable housing is having such a major impact on our town, and given that it's such a complex topic, my opinion is that it merits the kind of standalone coverage that I'm advocating. A Q&A doc, a Cliff Notes summary, and a presentation that it includes a video that's posted on the website. To me, these actions would show a commitment on our part to communicating with residents regarding affordable housing in ways that are open, proactive, informative, and effective. I really believe that communication like this would be helpful in heading off conflict and in building trust in the ongoing decision-making process regarding affordable housing that we're all involved in. So that is the basics of what I'm advocating, much of which I have shared with Mr. Quinn and Mr. Mancuso. I did share it earlier this evening with Mr. Nunn. I have not talked with the other committee members about it. I feel very strongly about the importance of us doing this, and I would like to throw it out there and see what any thoughts my fellow committee members may have.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Sounds like a winner.
Okay. Topic will.
So, can I make a motion? Should I
No,
make a
make
motion, or are we
You
just
don't need to make a
agreeing?
motion.
We're agreeing to do it?
We've already agreed to do this, and we'll put it in place.
We've agreed on the 4 things that
If you want to give it to me, good. Well, pretty much, we're going to do it after, everything is going to be done after the compliance hearing,
Okay.
as we discussed. So
Can-
we're happy to move it forward, just give it to me and I'll get it done.
No, I'm okay with doing it after the compliance hearing.
That was-
I can see, I would like to have an opportunity to have some input into this
Sure.
in terms of gathering some of the questions, consolidating them, prioritizing. So can I go ahead and do that under the auspices of an official project?
I will set, invite you to the next TCC meeting in October, and you can meet with Mr. Phillips and Mr. Warren to discuss.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's all I have, thank you.
Mr. Nunn?
No comment.
Thank you, sir. Just a couple of words to, we have reappointed Jim Slate as our engineer for the next 3 years, which I think is a really good thing for us to do. We have a great engineer, and he's very, very helpful in the things that go on. Thank you to Maggie Prendergast, and I just was so proud of seeing our Class 3 policeman, plus Mr. Gutierrez being sworn in tonight. I just think that's one of the nicest things and best things that we can be doing as a committee. So that's all I have to do. And consideration of monthly reports.